Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Mighty Show. I don't know if it says Mighty Mornings there. It should say Mighty Show. Let me change that. I totally forgot about that. But
You
Sheldon,
got to
flex
talk
your
to
muscle.
creative.
Dr. Chris, there you go. The Mighty Show. It is still morning, so technically it could be Mighty Mornings. But yeah, Sheldon, show your pythons. You're a mighty guy.
I am semi-mighty.
You're in darkness. You're in darkness behind you. Because this
It's
show
too
brings
early.
out all the darkness in us.
Makes me hate the mornings now.
Yeah. Episode 7 and 8. We weren't here last week. I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
So we had decided to do back-to-back episodes, which I think is probably the better thing to do because I don't think I wanted to wait a whole week to talk about the last episode. So it's good that we got both of them
Especially
here.
with this last episode, man. I was pretty livid about some things. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I just so despise this show so much.
They really took some
Liberties?
creative liberties, like, and I'm talking major creative liberties with a lot of things these last 2 episodes, for sure.
Everything
So,
they said of how they're gonna stay true to Tolkien,
it was a lie. I feel like it was a lie.
blatant lie. It
Yeah.
wasn't even like they tried and screwed up. It's they knew what they're doing. At this point, with all the episodes, we've run out of excuses to give them or to give them an alibi or to tell them that hey, they made a mistake. It's okay. I'm done with those. I've handed out too many of it.
Yep.
And I just can't deal with this nonsense.
I'm really hating Hollywood's like writers and producers where they have a story, it's already laid out, and they just want to do their own shit with it. Like, if you want to do your own shit, make your own story. Make your own damn story. Like, don't go in and pillage somebody else's story and put in your own crap work.
They think they're doing service. They think they're actually enlightening an old story and bringing it to modern day. That's their belief that they're taking something old and polishing it up and giving us something more realistically modern.
Yeah.
That's not what Tolkien fans want.
No. And
they don't want modern take on it.
Not at all. And not just that, but the actiony sequences that they give you where certain people are fighting and that where when they really shouldn't be fighting at all. Like, not everybody wants the action. We just want the good story to happen.
Balance.
It doesn't always have to be about action.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance, respect the lore. Look, we're okay. They inserted new characters like Adar. Fine. I can live with that. Sure. You want to maybe push the storyline a little bit in a different direction by inserting these new characters. If you do it right, a lot of people won't complain.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So when you don't do it right and you add these characters in, then why even add them?
Because they want to feel important, that they contributed their own works to the damn series, man. That's what I think. It's just a lot of
selfish.
Yeah. A lot of build my own ego up,
McKay and his partner, the two of them think they're doing art. They're creating art. No, you're not. You're not creating art. You're creating trash.
Yes.
And it's in the show episodes. And let's start with that. Let's start with the Folgers commercial right off the bat. The best part of waking up in the morning is having a Folgers in your hand. This is your greatest Elvin Smith right here. This is it right here. He's wearing what my grandmother used to wear. That outfit looks great on him because nothing exudes greatness with the grandmother
a
drapes.
frolicky garment.
Yeah,
on a Smith.
Yeah, on a Smith. So I mean, even his cup of coffee looks terrible. Like, he's an Elvis Smith. You think it'd be, nice big chunk of metal cup, right? with like a golden embroidery or something, like something like
Well,
like
I
an
I feel
Elvin
like
would
I
make.
feel like that's more dwarvish if you think about it. If you want like, because they're all about their
But this looks like a cappuccino cup instead of a coffee cup. Maybe they
guaranteed that
did
was
drink
bought from
cappuccino.
IKEA. Nice little IKEA cup. The Swedes make us a
Uh,
cup for the show. Like, come on.
that was terrible. Then again, who am I to talk about accents? Yeah, so we have Folger's commercial in the beginning here. You have a background which looks so piss poor.
Yeah,
It's so
it just
piss
feels like
poor.
it just feels like a backdrop at that point. There's CGI with that backdrop. I don't know. It's sad.
And
Ah,
then so this is the big. Do you want to talk about this? This is the big eye awakening moment.
that Celebrimbor had.
Yeah.
Like so he's looking at this mouse with such intent. He's like, I've seen this mouse several times. Like something's weird because he does the exact same thing every single time at this time of the day. And he's like, there's a possibility I might be caught in a loop somewhere. It like he's still
One of the
up until
greatest Elsman Smith finally figures it out.
like well, even then, up until that point, he's still unsure of himself. Like
So he
I
goes
feel
and
like
marks candle, right?
yeah, okay. So I thought that was kind of neat. I was like, you're finally being using that brain of yours to understand what's going on in your world, man. Good God.
And so he looks himself in the mirror and goes, "Wait a minute,
I'm hideous. Like
yeah, I look like a bum. What's going on here? How do you?"
aged like 1,000
Okay,
years.
sure. Magic is upon him by
Mhm,
Sauron.
mhm.
Sorry. Okay, I get it. I can get past all that. He figures it out by using clever tactics on sharpening a candle.
Yep.
Uh, and then he's just like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do?" He's panicking. All the rings are there. Um,
Yep.
and then you have his
His
thirst
best
trap.
friend,
His thirst trap show up. I swear
Mr.
to God, I was
Anatar.
disappointed. They didn't lock lips. I was very disappointed.
What?
Yeah, I really clearly thought that he's gonna how remember that last episode where he hits the window and said, "No, nothing to see here."
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna do it again, but this time he's just gonna lock lips. No, you're nothing to see here.
I love you.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you for making my rings.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
There's fire in my loins.
Oh God.
And look at
That's
this.
what the rings are
Doesn't
meant
this
for.
strike you as like
It did kind of seem like there was a little bit more going on. Like
you're
he
my
was
best friend, buddy?
yeah, like he was definitely seducing Celebrimbor into like doing more work. And Celebrimbor was just like, yep, I love it. Like, let's go.
Where's my hammer? I'll give you a hammer.
Yeah.
And so he convinces him to just shut up and do more work. And he's like, "Okay, whatever you say, blue eyes, blonde hair." This moment here, right here, if I could, this is how I feel when I watch this show.
just the just
I'm
just the
just standing
city
there like
burning behind
everything's
you. Huh?
fine. Everything's fine. These are great.
Yeah.
Behind me is the show. These
Yeah.
are good. This is my if you had to give an expression, or if I had to give an expression, this is me right here watching
This is
this
how it
show.
feels.
There's
Yeah.
disaster all around me.
I can understand that sentiment for
Yeah.
sure, man.
Disaster all around me. So here it is, more disaster.
But
This is
you know
season.
what? I will say, I will give them this. It started to get more like what's the word I'm looking for? More daunting with those two. Like they were you could feel Celebrimbor is like really starting to understand things are wrong, which I'll give kudos to the actor. He's like getting to that point. Like for some reason, the acting is starting to pick up a little bit for me, you know.
Mhm.
And it's sad that it's just kind of near the end of this season, regardless of it being bad writing or whatever. But the acting is starting to show up a little bit near the end here.
So this episode is all about breaching the walls of
Eregion.
Eregion. You have Adar here, which is we just talked about, a new character inserted here. Doesn't exist in the books.
Mhm.
Like I said, me and you, we can see past him, whatever, right?
Yeah.
He loves his orcs. They're his babies.
Yeah. You
Right?
know, which is kind of endearing. I get it. Like, he wants his
He's a
people
dad.
to be okay. Yeah, I can
Kind of
understand
weird,
that.
but sure. Okay.
Kinda weird.
Kind of weird, right? But sure. Single father raising a bunch of orcs. I get it. Right?
My babies.
Yeah, my babies. Who's your daddy? So anyways, he gets the army to go and take the walls down of Eregion. One problem though, Eregion is not covered fully by walls.
It's not.
It's not
The
like Mount Doom. Is it Khazad-dûm?
Khazad-dûm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they tried to emulate what Tolkien did. Peter Jackson did
Mhm,
in the part two.
mhm.
In that one, Peter Jackson did a panoramic shot of the whole city, and it's encased inside. It's embedded in the mountain,
Yeah.
and all around it, the entire city is covered in this wall.
Mhm.
Here, these guys forgot in season one, they did a panoramic picture of the place, and you can clearly see areas where there's no wall, gardens, roads, there's two
There's
bridges that
a
lead into.
yes, thank you.
There are two, not
There's a
one, two
goddamn bridge.
bridges.
They could have taken the bridge to the damn city,
The
dude. But they
wall that
decided,
they're
"Hey,
trying to
we're"
destroy is on the right side. About 20% of the city is covered in that wall. There's literally 80%. Anyone who's watching this, you can go look it up. I swear, if I can, I'll bring it up later on in the show here. But you can clearly see that 80% of the city is not covered in the wall.
Mhm.
But they decide
We're gonna
to spend all
catapult things from
they're
the
gonna
other
spend
side
all
of the
their
river.
resources, majority of their army, to go and destroy this one section of the city.
Hey, maybe he's just a bad tactician. That's what I get. I'm just trying to help him out.
You know who could have saw this? The blind lady from Numenor. She would have sniffed it out in 5 seconds. We should
I
go
hate
left.
this show so much. I hate the show so
We
much.
should go
dude.
left. But you can't see. I can smell grass on the left. It's just
Oh
so
god.
stupid.
Ugh.
And then oh my god, it's just
Did you see when they started firing the catapults? They hit that mountain and that conveniently placed rock
yes.
sitting on a little
Shall we
tiny
talk
rock.
about that too?
Oh,
So here, my lord, what should we do? Bring the wall down. But my lord, on the left, there's lots of room. Bring the wall down.
fire at the mountain
And here we
now.
have Thirsty Trappist
She back.
situation here.
She back. Please.
Next time on Elvin
Anatar.
Bachelor.
Take me.
My lord. Okay, so let's talk about this, okay? These Elven soldiers and her automatically ask this guy who just showed up at their gates a couple of days ago to lead the army.
Yep.
Where's the rest of the army?
I feel
Where's the
I don't
general?
know,
Where's
man.
the combat? Where's anybody of importance?
Unless Aragon is just one of those cities that it's literally just a town kind of city where it's gonna just have a few guards and not really a big army to fight against people.
But the only problem is it does have a big army. It shows them all lining up on the walls fighting. I mean, when I say big in this show, 20 is big, but in
Yeah.
Peter Jackson, hundreds were big.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing though. Let's say even they have a small army of 100 people. Okay.
Right.
You have obviously your leader, your
Mhm.
second in command, and probably your third in command.
Yes.
I don't see any of them here. And how
Yeah,
did this
there's
guy who just showed up 2 days ago become the apparent heir to the army?
Yeah, they look like regular foot soldiers.
When he
Like,
came
no
out of the
problem.
door and said, "I'm taking over because Celebrimbor is ill," people have said, "Who the hell are you? Why do you
People
get to
just
be in charge?" I'm
they just
sorry.
accepted it. They were
Yeah,
just like,
she basically, I guess she's probably the second in command because she's got the most screen time besides these two. She could have said, "Hey, I'm sorry, but you just showed up to the gates 2 days ago.
mhm.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go get the word from Celebrimbor from himself.
Yeah.
Thank you very much." But they're
You
like,
know,
"Sounds good."
it's crazy because this dude just like it kind of it's a little I feel like this is where they're kind of messing with Tolkien's faith because we know Tolkien was kind of a religious person. And what they're basically stating when that happened was if he says he's a man from God, we should just believe him blindly. And that's what they're doing.
But here's the thing, though: we're never, as a viewer, especially someone who doesn't read Lord of the Rings or any of the Tolkien books, because you're trying to grow the audience here. You're trying to get the average person to watch this stuff, right?
Mhm.
The average person is like, why is this guy all of a sudden entrusted to be in charge of the whole regime, the whole city?
Right?
Right? It doesn't make sense. You're like, what? Why
And they didn't
why are you giving the
question him
keys?
either when they were like
No,
when he
nothing.
was
It's
like,
just, it's no
Celebrimbor's
problem.
going
Sounds good.
crazy.
Me
Yep.
lord, what shall we do next, me lord?
Yeah, like they've been with Celebrimbor for a long time, and you're telling me that you're gonna take the word over some stranger compared to the person you've worked with the longest.
Why not? It's all
Yeah,
good, bro. It's all good. Look
fresh
at
new
my
face,
hair. Look at my eyes.
fresh new management. Let's go. Yeah,
Look at my outfit. It's so awesome. That looks like he's gonna walk down the Paris runway or something.
I mean,
Feathers all around him.
some of his clothing was pretty on point. I was like, okay, they kind of dapped him up a little bit.
Me lord, shall we go into my quarters?
First alpha on alpha action, baby.
And now he's just like, you dare question me? How dare you question me, you little heathen? Do as you're told. So everybody else is getting killed around these guys. She walks on with no weapon, no armor, nothing. She's not helping anybody.
Yes.
She's not taking kids and old grandmas into a safe quarter. She's not doing nothing. She's walking around. Meanwhile, arrows are being flown. Fireballs are coming down. I don't understand.
One does not need weapons to engage in war, Elvin.
Words shall suffice.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we go. Like, oh God.
I love you. I love you too. Now take my hand and get the hell away from me.
Be gone. So yeah, things are burning down. He's just walking around. Nobody is like, sir, you might want to duck and cover or get into a safe area.
Yeah.
Everybody, look at these two guys on the left. They're not even looking at the direction where the balls are coming from, flaming balls.
No, there's no sense for a city that's being attacked. There's like no sense of urgency going on, which is
the only people running are the ones, the civilians. That's it.
Yeah, okay. The civilians did a great job running and screaming and being terrified. Everybody else, not so much. Like, it's just war. Like, no big deal. Like, what do you mean?
Hey, Darth.
Oh.
Oh God. And then so here we go. We got more stuff to talk about. So this is the great catapults they've built.
The trebuchets.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
I'll give them that A for effort.
I think those are classified as trebuchets for like longer distances, is what they are.
Here it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is my favorite scene. It just
look at these guys. Huh?
Like, wait,
What are
they're
they
about to do
doing?
what now?
What
What are they doing with that giant rock?
Adar is smart. Huh? Look at the guy's mouth is open.
Just look at her face.
Nothing beats confidence like
It's
this.
like they've never seen a catapult before, man.
The guy on the right next to her looks like he just shed himself. She just wet the bed.
Oh God.
In his underpants. He's got some beans in his underpants.
He's a green. He's fresh, man. He's never seen war before. He's only hung out with Celebrimbor in a region and watching people smith their life away.
Vacation was good, Dart. Thanks for asking. I will get into it in a bit. So, anyways, back to this dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. This is the scene you're talking about, right?
Oh,
so
my favorite
a sliver
scene.
of rock was conveniently leaned upon. You think that the elves would have noticed that there are some deficiencies in the mountain around their place, because if those rocks come down, their city is in danger.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yes.
was convenient. It looks so bad. It looked like, you know how you go and put a trap, like, you know, in Looney Tunes when they put a little box with a string and a little piece
Yeah.
of wood. Yeah, that's what this looks like.
That's what it felt like.
Conveniently, it was there.
It was it was placed by the divine, Eldon. It was, all the plans of Sauron came to be.
I just think that the showrunners think we're all idiots. They just think we're
Yep.
all idiots. We
Yep.
don't know intelligence. They're like, no, they don't. They don't. These people are stupid. They're gonna eat it up.
It's simplicity for simplicity's sake. You know, that's I feel like that's how they think their audience is they just want simple answers and they'll just go with it.
Now, if I'm building a city, I'm probably gonna, you know, take a look at surroundings and see what are the possible issues I could have.
Mhm.
One, I've got giant mountains to my right. If these rocks were to fall, would the water level destroy my bridges? Would it just, you know, would it wreak havoc on my property?
Yeah.
You think that elves, with their intelligence and all of their engineering skills, you know, would probably notice this and probably want to fix this or have
Mhm.
ways to get around it. You have the greatest Elvin Smith who probably said, "Hey, you know, I might build weapons and stuff here, but I'm a pretty good engineer, and I can tell you that these bridges need to be a little higher. We need to have maybe fortify a certain areas so these if this was to happen,
Yeah.
we'll be still fine."
Mhm.
Nope, we're not.
Just let our
And
city get
Don
destroyed.
Lemon here,
The hero.
he shows up out of nowhere. His story is meaningless. His
He's
his
got he's got no story anymore. He's literally just that overpowered side character now that will come in and wreck shit when they need him to, and then he'll disappear. That's his moniker.
I have zero interest in this character now. I mean, I never did in the beginning, but still, it's even
Mhm.
worse now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Who cares?
Yeah.
So we get a ring here. What's your thoughts on this ring? Is it better than the ones you've seen so far?
You know, it's crazy, but the rings he's making for the kings of men are way better designed than what they did for the elves, what they did for the dwarves.
It's almost like the show somehow in the middle probably got some feedback from people about the rings they already made, and
Mhm.
they probably said, "Hey, these look really crap. Like, people from Macy's wouldn't buy this."
Yeah.
Right?
Like
So
they went it felt like they went the opposite way. Literally, I mean, no, they did go the opposite way with the
yeah,
lore. Like the Nine Kings rings are supposed to be kind of plain, whatever.
bland, yeah,
Yeah, and then the dwarves have their thing, and then the elves are supposed to be masterfully crafted and
yeah,
beautiful and supposed to fit them. But it felt like the other way around with this show.
yeah.
Like they took more time, or
Good morning, Dean.
Celebrimbor took more time to craft the rings of men compared to the elves
I have a feeling that there was some feedback from the first rings, and
because they look like
somebody,
garbage.
or some people said to them, "Hey, those look really shitty. You
Yep.
might want to fix them." And it's too late. They already filmed it probably,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Okay, well, the next set of rings, we're gonna do a better job," and it does look a lot better.
I mean, you know what, man? I feel like with the way this show is and what they've been doing, they're gonna add in somewhere down the seasons. Oh, the rings evolved. They got better, and then they'll look.
Oh, please don't say that.
I feel like it's gonna happen, man. And they're gonna be like,
Oh,
the rings grew with us. That's why it's changed its look. I
no.
have a weird, stupid feeling that's what they're gonna end up doing with these rings
So
because they
our
look dumb.
Ratatouille is back. He's back here.
Oh yeah.
Remember we saw him in a couple episodes. They were foreshadowing this, so that's the
Mhm.
brilliance there. They were foreshadowing a rodent, so that's
Yeah,
what they
oh,
zoomed into.
yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right.
So they could do things with rodents, but they can't do with people. So yeah, okay.
It's
Ratatouille's
when you have to
back.
give lines to people, it's hard.
There's another layer they forgot.
Look at
So
how he's like, "All right, I've seen you before.
yeah,
You're here again."
this candle's not burning anymore. It just stopped.
My little Stuart Little.
Oh, maybe that's Amazon sticking it to Disney. Our mouse is smarter.
Oh, shoot.
So we have another rock with some water.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's Khazad-dûm outside. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Water's going outside. Yes, okay. 'Cause that's gonna help the dwarves.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we have the king who is apparently corrupted by the ring. By the way, does corruption happen that fast in Lord of the Rings? I think it takes a
It's supposed to take
time, right?
time.
Like
Yeah.
years, I think it seeps
Like
into you.
like if you go back to the Lord of the Rings movies and you like you listen to the One Ring, it's supposed to start influencing them slowly. You know, it starts talking to them, but they still have the power to resist those things,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
And
Bilbo it took Bilbo years, didn't it?
mhm, yep, to actually let it go too. Yeah.
Not here though. No, Rings of Power is juiced up, so it's not. It's instant here. Things happen very fast. People travel great distances very fast. It's almost like a portal.
Yeah. Like you have
So
5 seasons. You sign up for 5 seasons, you can have a little bit of time to
how dare
get
you
these
make
rings corrupting
sense?
people. Yeah.
How dare you make sense? And then we have Power Girl Deidre here, ready to take on every man.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but dwarves are pretty strong,
They
right?
are. Yes.
So
Yep.
when you have 5 versus 1, it's probably a no contest.
Correct. Unless
But
the 1 is a better warrior than the 5, then that kinda makes sense, you know, but
Deidre, who's never fought, probably she's never been known to fight. She hasn't fought nothing. She picks up an
yep.
axe like nobody's business, and is ready to fight while her husband stands behind him like a little, you know what? Uh,
She's the first line of defense.
yeah, she could just sing and blow them away.
Let's go.
That's anyway. So these guys are like, no, we're scared of
We
you,
on your
Deidre.
side.
Yeah,
The king is
we
crazy.
got you, girlfriend. Uh, so the king's gone crazy. Yeah, no kidding. He did a Hadouken to his son last episode.
Duke it to his son.
Yeah,
Oh my
I got
god.
them from somebody else's video. I can't remember who it was, but they did a soundbite like Hadouken, and then he went flying. Right?
Oh my god. That's freaking
I'm gonna find
brilliant.
out who it was, and I'm gonna give him credit because I laughed my ass off. So yeah, I think it was. Oh, it was Nerdrotic. It was one of his
Okay.
videos. He did a Hadouken, I believe so.
Gold. That's
Yeah,
gold. I
it's
like it.
brilliant. The spirit didn't work.
Ugh.
But so yeah. Anyways, now he picks up his axe. Now we look like a video game from Golden Axe.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
That
It's
was a
cool
great game. That was
Yeah,
dope.
that was a good game, but this show's not good. So, anyways, they're all gonna get together here.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna be good. We're gonna fight the king, get our rings back. Cool.
Oh wait, your best friend is in the tree area. Go talk to him, please.
But Durin, your friend is waiting for you. Who? Who is it?
How many friends do you have, bro? How many friends do you have outside the damn cave? Like, I feel like your only
How many
friend
elf friends you
outside
have?
there-
I
Yeah,
believe you said elves. Your
I feel
elven
like
friend
his
is
only
here.
friend is friggin' Elrond outside, man. He's got no other friends out there. Friggin' dwarves.
Fun fact: my name Elvin is actually called. It's actually his friend of the elves.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that's what the
Okay.
Elvin is.
Nice.
So yeah, some guy at Costco had the same name as me, and he came running to me. He's like, "Do you know what our name means?" And I'm like, "Whoa, who are you? First of all, like, dude, whoa, take it easy. Don't get too close to me."
You can be my name twin. You can be my name
Yeah,
twin.
no,
We'll make
you're
money
freaking
off
me
this.
out here. But nice guy, and said, "Hey, our name means friend of the elves." I'm like, "That's so cool."
That's pretty cool. I dig it.
But still, keep your 2 feet away from me.
Keep your distance, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
But yeah, friend of the elf comes up. Sorry, Durin's friend of the elf comes to the Khazad-dûm. By the way, travels really fast to get here,
Oh yeah.
almost instantly.
Elrond's the
there.
god of speed, man.
Anyways, he's like, "Good to see you, my friend. Give it to me raw, and give it.
I
to
need
me
your
strong."
army right now inside. I mean, at Eregion. Let's go.
I need your men. Did you say seamen? No, men.
Oh,
Men. I
men,
said men.
men.
Okay.
I see.
Puts his
You don't
head
want
down.
me with you. You want my army. I see how it is.
So, anyways, he's like, "We'll be there, lass." And that was it when the sun hits the mountain or something.
On the northern side of the
Another
wall,
side.
like
Sun comes up the northern side now. Okay. What kind of planetary shift is Middle Earth on?
they on their own own solar system, own sunrises, wherever they say the sun will rise, that's where it's gonna
Sure,
be.
let's just give them that. Just sure. All right, my friend. I will look forward to seeing you once again. Foreshadowing for what's gonna happen here. Let's
Yep.
do this. Anyways, nothing. He doesn't even mention that I'm having turmoil with my dad. I think
Yeah.
doesn't mention anything about we have
Oh,
a
actually,
coop.
no, he does. He's like, "Oh, my dad's gone crazy." And then Elrond, he's like, "So what do you got going on?" Elrond's like, "We're fighting a bunch of orcs and we need help." Like,
I don't
your
give a
dad going
shit about your
crazy is
dad.
the least of our concerns.
Yeah, screw your dad. I don't care. There are innocent people dying.
Right.
The hell with your dad.
Yeah, like your little inner conflict is nothing compared to what's going on in the outside world, man. Like, take your daddy issues elsewhere. We need to go save people.
Lock him up in a cave. I don't care.
Yeah.
But Elrond, this is the whole cave.
Oh God.
Here, yeah. Anyways, they were gonna make out, but then they had no budget to do that. We have orc families here. Look, literally a bridge. Literally a bridge showing there.
Yep. They could have went to the bridge. They decided
They
not
destroyed the bridge so that they can throw cannonballs and then walk across the water or dirt.
Yep.
But it could have just walked across the bridge. I don't know. Maybe people like, hey, they can't do that because then the elves will be able to pick them off one by one. There's only 100 of elves. I'm sure the thousands of orcs here, by numbers, would got through
while they're flinging their catapults at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they pretty much just kind of rush Eregion at this point. Now that like the mountain that crumbled like made a walkway for them, and they're just going ham on the city right now.
And then we have the soldiers here. Someone should have just said to these soldiers, "Can you guys have actual expressions of soldiers? Not the guy on the left looks like he's about to go play some video games." This guy Duty is complaining because his Uber didn't show up on time.
Yeah,
Like these are expressions that you don't see from soldiers already. When you watch Peter Jackson's guys all line up when he did his movie, they're all lined up and they were serious as F.
they're
Right?
ready to fight. Yeah,
Ready to go. There's no like, hi, look over there. No, they're like ready to go. This is like stone cold, right? Ready to go. Not these guys. Nah, Uber's late, bro. I know. Got to get a game sesh on. Here's the giant wall, and then you can see that bridge right next to it with no wall. This is so bad right here. This is so bad.
Yeah, it's like you can like at that point, why even show the bridge? They should have edited that part out.
Yeah, they screwed up in editing big time. It reminds me of Obi-Wan. Remember that scene where there's a gate there in the middle of the road? But they do an aerial view and then you just go right around the gate instead of trying to break the laser at the entrance there.
I do.
That's what this
that.
is.
Oh
this is the Lord of the Rings version of that.
They took a page out of Obi-Wan. They're like, this is a great idea. We should do this too.
One shitty studio from another shitty studio. Right on.
Thanks for the idea, guys.
Yeah.
We're best friends now. Oh, freaking hell, man. Let's skip this battle part. Let's get into where
I'm
like
gonna afford to do this crap because I don't care. So here's your 5
I want to
guys.
get to the part where they get back to Celebrimbor and him finding out, oh,
there it is.
I'm actually trapped in my own mind. Shit's going down. The freaking mouse is back again. The candle never burned.
Look at this impression.
He's like, see, I told you the mouse is there every single time at this time of the day.
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
You're not that smart. I'm smarter than you. It only took me 3 days to figure it out.
Yeah.
I did all the work though.
Yeah. And he finally he's like able to see what the hell is going on finally. And clearly this time, like Sauron's magic isn't working on him anymore after this.
No.
And then we see them.
Look, I'm in a Sharpie there, and the
It
flames
didn't go down.
No. I outsmarted you.
And
now you can't stop me. He's like, dude, you already made the rings, bro.
Yep. Oh, this is the part where he finds out the mithril wasn't the mithril. It was the blood of Sauron.
Which again, did you not see his hands? He's like, oh no, there's no blood here. We'll see that in a second here. Here's
Yeah.
all of it going down into ash.
And he's finally witnessing it for real.
Yeah, he's like, oh, oh.
What did I do? I
Now he
failed
looks
my
like
people.
now he definitely looks like a Keebler elf.
Yep. He's got to get back on that
He's
smack.
crying. Isn't this a favorite? This is the best right here. This is the best. He's crying. Greatest Elsmith is crying like a little, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
They so badly destroyed this character. They portrayed him as such a weak ass.
Although maybe, okay, I'm gonna try to play a little bit of devil's advocate
Okay,
here.
cool. Go ahead.
Is he's finally coming to terms with like he knew he screwed up, and with Sauron playing the magic trick games on him, like he's feeling it. He's like, I should have kept to my senses, but I didn't, and I screwed up royally.
Okay. I'll give you credit for that.
I'm trying with these guys.
Look,
You
got oil all over my desk.
It's not actual mithril. It's my blood. I like how he shows him his hand too. He's like, "Hey man, that was me. My innards are inside of you." Like, let's
It'd
go.
be so funny to taste it.
Chocolate pudding.
Chocolate pudding. Look, he's like, I got some more chocolate pudding right here.
You want some more? Please, sir, can I have some more? No, you can't. Shut up.
Why doesn't he just repair himself? Why does it show him that he's still bleeding?
I don't know, man. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, for a guy who's like all magic encompassed, like that could be easily healed. He didn't need to continue bleed. He could have just showed him the mark, like, it came from me, son.
Yeah,
That's where it came from.
But this was a clever writing because they were gonna pay this back.
That was the big reveal.
And he's all
He looks so shocked.
And he's outside here. He's outside just walking. This is the funniest part. He just gets blown up.
This is the second time he gets blown up by a boulder and gets tossed to the side. I was like, there's no way they did the exact same scene for him twice in 2 different episodes. I was like, oh, buddy, this is bad. Like, just to have him thrown off again. What were you guys thinking? Do something different.
And here he is trying to explain to Thirst Trap Woman that this is all Sauron's fault, this and that. And she's like, I'm not going to believe you. I'm going to believe a random stranger that came 2 days ago.
That's logical. I would too.
You're crazy. You look crazy. I mean, that part, okay, fine. I'll give him that. He does look kind of wacky and crazy. Right?
She's like, what?
But she's clearly biased because she feels something for Sauron.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with her and her relationship with Celebrimbor, as Celebrimbor being your apprentice, your leader and all that stuff. It's nothing to. She's thrown all of that out the window, and is just thirsty for this guy and believes everything this guy says. Nothing says strong woman than making her feel weak.
The moment he called her like, Galadriel's lookalike, she was like, "Oh yes, I can do this." Mm-hmm.
Like, it just makes this character look so pathetic and weak.
Yeah,
and they want to show that they are trying to tell everybody that women are equal and strong. Yeah. What happened here? Did you forget?
They did.
And then they're like, nah. So there's a scene here where
they're attacking the weakest point of the wall. And he's calling out to them like, yo, that's the weakest point structurally. You need to put reinforcements down there. Like, he's making sense. And they're like, nope, you're crazy. No, it's not. Nope. My Legos got built properly, buddy. Like,
Legos. That's right. Anyway, so everyone's like, even the soldiers here, like, sir, you're crazy. And then this dude shows up here. Yeah, I'm here, baby. Let's do this. And he's like, look,
I bleed red, not black.
Someone should have said, why are you bleeding in the first place? Why did you cut your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's asking questions that make sense.
No.
The fact that Celebrimbor said that he was bleeding, and this guy's like, no, I didn't bleed black. I bleed red. Why are you bleeding? Maybe Celebrimbor is right that you are doing something because your hand is obviously cut in a way so that you can bleed a lot. It's not an
And just
accidental
squeeze
cut.
it out.
It looks like you actually took a blade to your hand and cut yourself.
Yep.
But
Otherwise,
nobody's
how else
saying
would
anything.
you get that cut?
A perfect letter T
Yep.
for token. Ooh!
Ooh. Oh. And then she gets freaking John Cena off the freaking roof. She
Greatest moment ever. You can't see me.
Nope. Yeah, he didn't. He's like, I didn't know she was there. She just flipped off.
Oh man, such a shitty way to end this character, but whatever. This character was shitty because they wrote it shitty.
And they
Right?
did.
They didn't give this character any whatsoever strengths and
You know,
values.
I will give her kudos to this scene though, where she was like broken. Her acting at that part, I was like, you did a pretty good job acting broken there.
Yeah,
And
the
like,
actor
yeah,
did what it could do with the script that
yeah,
it was given. But even, like I just look at him like, why even have this character if you're not gonna do anything importance? This
yep.
character did nothing but just be a follower the whole time
Mhm.
and end up getting shit on at the end.
Yep.
So
Well
sure,
deserved.
whatever. Good job there, guys. Good job. Anyways, he looks down, he's like, oh
He's
shit.
like, you
Oh
okay?
shit.
You okay down there?
She don't look good. You might want to get the ambulance. Even I can't fix this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, high and mighty leader all of a sudden. It's like a coup. This guy just came in and just took over. Look at me.
Pretty
Look
much.
at me.
He formed a union.
Yeah. It's like the Somalians guys that get in the ship. Look at me, right? I am the captain now. Yes, he is looking at him. And he's looking right back. I thought they're gonna kiss here again. Right?
He's just like, I'm better than you. Get down.
Look at this giant battlefield filled with. Oh wait, no, they're not filled. It's a lot of empty spaces there.
It's yeah. I figured it'd be a little bit more packed up, but
Just
they're like, nah.
show a field full of them. Don't spread it out here where there's patches everywhere. It looks bad.
Mhm.
Optically
Mhm.
doesn't look good. Remember when Peter Jackson's army was coming in? They panned in
It was
closer.
full.
It was just lined up, even the good guys and it was lineup.
Yep.
It looked fierce. This looks like just an empty field, bunch of people hanging out.
It already looks like they went to war with some other
It
people.
looked like Woodstock. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like. Woodstock. There you go.
Yeah. And then
Oh
the elves
god.
show up. Dun, 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 dun.
Look at the outfit on this horse. I feel sad for the horse. It's gotta wear this shit.
Yeah.
There's no armor here. There's just cloth. It's just
It's
fake
aluminum.
gold.
It's aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. They couldn't even put a metal piece on this horse's head.
They couldn't
They
afford
couldn't
it.
even do that.
Couldn't afford it. Like, that's too
Terrible.
much money. The horses don't need that.
And why is this elf wearing a giant helmet?
The helmet choices were kind of interesting. For
Here
sure.
we are, the great standoff here.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with this. I was expecting the elves to be a little bit more uniform, and it felt a little sloppy.
This helmet is way too big on this guy. He looks like he's gonna go for a bike run.
It's like something those power walkers would wear that you see out in like Stanley Park.
Anyways, they have the lines. They're charging here. With no horses, no armor.
Nope. And they're all out of sync. I thought for sure again
Here's
they'd
my
be all
thing.
uniform.
Here's my thing. If I'm standing here and I'm here and we're all elves, why don't we just rain arrows down there first before we charge? We could probably take out 20% of them. Nobody thought of it. Nobody thought, hey, let's shit on them before we charge them.
Yeah. They don't know war tactics, man.
Of all the people that should have thought of that, should have been the elves.
Yes. Yep.
They're known for their archery.
Yes.
You're telling me you can get like 40 of these guys to just launch a few arrows?
With pinpoint accuracy? No.
You probably take about 20 guys down before you even get to the field, and then continue doing it.
Mhm.
Have the guys behind you just launching more arrows.
Yep. Just keep
There's
going.
no vision of fighting in this story here, this episode. Nothing.
No. They think an epic battle is like boots to the ground and on horseback fighting away with swords. That's what people want to see.
So Adar says, "Hey, you better stop because we got her here."
We'll do a trade.
What in
I
the
got my
world?
first round draft pick. I'll give you this for your third and that ring.
Future
Like,
considerations, please.
yeah.
So they stop almost like a comedic way right by the line. And then now they're going to have teas and crumpets.
Ah, yes. And they do stop. Ah, yes. And this is literally where the trade deals, the trade talks are happening right now. They're like, oh yeah, you
Orcs
give
don't
us.
negotiate.
In Rings of Power, they do.
There's actually tea and crackers there on the table, I think.
I mean, he's still an elf. Adar's still an elf, technically.
Adar cares.
He's got some civility, you know.
Why, when they were lined up on the opposite sides, they were staring at each other. Why didn't they just send somebody there as a messenger? Why didn't Adar just send somebody said, "Hey, we've got her here. You want to make a deal?"
We want to talk. Yeah.
Why did they have to wait till they came all the way to them? What if they else didn't care and just ran through? I think Adar cares about his kids, does he not?
He does. Yeah.
Doesn't look like a good dad there.
Nope.
So, anyways, we have chitter chatter. What was he talking about here? He wanted to make a deal, right?
Yeah. So because he's got the crown of Morgoth, he wanted their elven rings to pair it together to take out Sauron and actually be on the battlefield together against him. Like this man, okay, he is like the only character that's making sense within this battle. You know, he knows who the main threat is. He's like, we're not the threat. This dude is the threat. We're only going after Region because he is in there and we want his head. But the elves don't seem to understand that. They're just like, you're a bunch of shitty orcs that are attacking Region. We can't have that.
But it's also so the entire time in the last couple of episodes, we always have the elves killing orcs. This guy knows that they're killing orcs.
Mhm.
Why didn't he talk to them prior to this battlefield? Why is he letting his precious orcs die at the hands of these elves? I understand. Why is he
Or better yet, why didn't he have Galadriel go and talk to them? Right?
Exactly. Like he had Galadriel and he picked her up out of the ground the episode before. Could have said to her, "Listen, I'm not going to kill you, but let's make a proposition here where we can team up, fight against Sauron with both of our armies.
Yep.
It'll be better for us."
Mm-hmm.
She could have went. Like, I don't know what the hesitation is. Why wouldn't the elves take up this offer? They're like, "Hey, we don't trust you. You're orcs and this and that." Okay, fine. That's believable. But this guy didn't kill you. This guy let you walk back. We'll go into the so there's got to be some sort of understanding there.
There's no the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing in this situation.
Yeah, if he wanted to cut my head out, he would have done that, but he didn't. He let me go back. So I guess maybe we could trust him. And obviously he doesn't like Sauron. He wants to take over for Sauron. So maybe there's a common, like you just said, the enemy of man. There's a common ground of what each other they want something and they need each other to get to that point.
Yeah.
Right. But none of that is being conveyed. The elves continue to slaughter orcs. The orcs continue to slaughter elves. None of that happens. Why? Before the city got destroyed, why didn't this guy make a deal then?
Yeah.
If I'm an elf, I'm like, F you. I'm not going to partner with you because you just destroyed my city.
And that's the other thing. They know the trickery of Sauron. They know that he is tactful. Yet they decided we're going to just charge head in instead of trying to make plans in the back to go into Eragon and get things going. It'd be too simple. Oh, and then this thing that's coming up.
Most embarrassing moment in this episode. You can clearly see him taking this off here. He's surrounded by orcs, but nobody sees it because you know why nobody sees it? Because Adar doesn't see it, so therefore nobody else sees it. And what that is, it's a piece of lock picking tool, I guess. That's somehow perfectly secured on his cloth, and nobody.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised about that.
Nobody decides to pat this guy down or take away anything that could possibly endanger them or let her escape. Nobody does that.
Nope.
So he just gives his mother-in-law a nice juicy kiss.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. This dude, they don't have a relationship like this. They never felt romantically about each other. They were just good friends. Good friends. And he ends up marrying, like getting together with her daughter and have a child together. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna make out with the mom, and then later when she has a child, you're
Yo,
gonna hook
props to
up with
this
that
guy.
child?
This guy's my hero now. Let's go.
I mean, yo, Elron's got game, son. Like he's got it.
People are saying, well, he had to get closer to give her that thing. No, you could give her a hug. First of
Yep.
all, why would the hold it back? Go back here. There's a part where in this one, the other orc goes, he's safe. He's got nothing. It doesn't matter. Why are you letting her talk to him? Why are you letting him get? Why would there be a need for him to get close to her? Obviously, to give her something. The orcs could have said, no, you could talk to her, but we're not
Yep.
letting you get close to her because you might give her something.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, it's just so bad of approaching strategies.
Yeah, I threw my hands up in the air when I was like, no way, man. There's no way you guys just did that with these two. They don't have any sort of romantic connection anywhere in Tolkien's work, and you're forcing this down people's throats.
Oh, he forced something down her throat. Oh boy. And I guarantee you there are people on the internet going who've never read the books, never know anything about Tolkien, going, oh my god, this is so amazing.
They're like, it makes so much sense.
Oh my god, I knew they were meant for each other.
Yeah, no.
This happens all the time in all the shows that people don't actually are fans of. They just watch shows and then they automatically just take in everything and believe everything that's given to them as it's accurate. Right? It's all about being thirsty. It's all about people getting it on now in everything. And we should all celebrate it, no matter how terrible it is in the lore.
Yep.
So yeah, they're sent back perfectly, and the orcs are all chomping it. Okay, why are you having these guys get choppy and get pissed off? Why? Their leader just told them to shut up and let them go.
Yeah, I think it's just like them being and trying to be intimidating, you know. But they don't care. Like Erholland and his homie over there, they don't even look twice at these orcs.
So then I get on their horse. Here, speaking of getting on their horse,
Dude.
Father, you want to talk about this because this gives me a headache.
Yeah, so basically in this entire scene with Durin and the other dwarves, they talk about how like his father's getting close to breaching the walls where this Balrog is sleeping. They don't I don't think they specifically say Balrog. There's just like there's this that's where the evil is, and he's pretty close to unleashing it. So we shouldn't be sending our armies out. We should be keeping them here once that thing gets unleashed, so we can have something to fight. Otherwise, our kingdom is doomed.
I also thought that Balrog comes later on, hundreds of years later.
Well, sort of like in the lore, like in Khazad-dûm, they do release the Balrog, and it's supposed to be under this Durin, not under the other Durin. Is where it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
I think they're just kind of like precursoring it, like they've awoken the beast, they know it's there, and now it's kind of just trapped, and we shouldn't let this thing out, but.
And then we go back to this scene here where she gets a little piece and unlocks herself and escapes. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that she's escaped.
Nope. They left her by herself. What could
go wrong? What could go wrong?
Yeah.
And then we have Durin here trying to get everybody all together. So they keep going back and forth from Khazad-dûm
to Eregion. There was a lot of like,
I don't know why. Just go through the whole thing.
Yeah, it felt a little confusing. This is Durin just giving a speech about wanting to go fight with Elrond and like how Khazad-dûm is like the strongest army, blah blah blah. Yeah, they just like basically rallying the troops while the king is gonna go get ready to crack open that cave down there. Which ends up happening. He does end up like not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And And then at some point, like they flash back. Yeah, see, he's got the whole city. He's like, Kaza, and they're like, boom. Okay. Feels like a college football
Yeah,
chant going
yeah.
on.
Alabama,
Yeah.
Crimson Tide.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Oh.
Oh man.
So yeah,
And then where are we
more
back? Oh
battle
yeah, they're all
scenes. Yeah.
fighting. They're killing each other. They're like, oh yeah, this is what's happening. Oh yeah, this is where his horse dies, and he gets like super upset because this dude just like slices his horse
So
like
this is
neck.
what the part I'm talking about here is. He just had a conversation with the leader of the orcs. They let him walk out, and they're fighting them again. I don't understand what's happening
Yeah,
here.
they made it. It was a weird deal thing where like they didn't come to an agreement. They're like, we'll just see you in the morning then, like an honor battle system kind of thing. Like we'll let you walk and we'll resume battle after in the morning, kind of stuff. And Elrond is just like, we'll give them, we'll make time for the dwarves to get here. Like we'll stall them as long as we can, kind of thing. So that's what's going on here.
By the way, the whole time, where is the goddamn king?
He's digging.
Shouldn't he be one sitting there with Adar?
Oh, you talking about Gil-galad? Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
AWOL.
He's the High King. He doesn't need to bring himself down to the likes of Adar. What you mean, man? That's peasant stuff. Leave that to Elrond, bro.
More fights happen. I'm just gonna skim through all
Yeah,
this crap.
skip right to it. Yeah, there you go. Getting
so
there. Oh yeah,
he
Galadriel escapes.
She does the Assassin Creed with the blonde hair sticking right out. No one notices that because somewhere
Not to mention, in a camp full of orcs, she's an elf walking through them. The
nobody
orcs
sniffs.
can yes, nobody smells her. Not one when they've shown this already. It's
But
again,
Sheldon, she's wearing orc armor, so therefore they cannot smell her.
right. It's like covering feces on yourself so dogs can't sniff you out when you're running from them. I get it.
The show is a bunch of feces thrown at you. Anyway, so they do some ritual thing here.
Yeah, it's like their version of a burial, like having them pass on.
Yeah,
Adar's
because
all
it came
sad.
from death. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
And then
Don
the
Lemon
Guelph
here. Don Lemon shows up at the most
becomes a
opportune
hero.
time.
Saves Galadriel.
She never questions him to who he is.
He's an elf. He's a warrior. He's a brother. That's all that
could have
matters.
said, "Hey, what part of the Elven world are you? Because I've never seen anyone like you, or I don't even know who you are." There's no introduction to, "Hey, I'm from this part of." There's nothing to make this show feel grander. All this guy had to say is, "I'm from somewhere else, like a town or whatever." Like it just boggles the mind. Like, tell us something new. Tell us something great that we could go and say, "Okay, this is where the elves of his kind show up or come from."
I don't think we're ever gonna get that story, man.
No,
like it's not.
You can flush that down the toilet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
he wants to kill Adar. He ends up saving Galadriel. Galadriel's like, no, now is not the time. Like, we need more warriors like you to help us fight. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you can skip this scene. Like, it was like a whole bunch of nonsense of them talking and like just getting to know each other. Like, it felt like they were flirting. It was weird.
I mean, his girl did go away, right? So
yeah.
Anyways, Durin's here. Yeah.
Oh, right. This is the scene where they're like, no, you can't send the army. That's what this scene is. Yeah, that's what this one was.
You're gonna help us fight your dad.
Yep.
Why do you need a whole bunch of people to fight your dad? Why can't you send the army?
It's still the king. I feel like they'll still listen to I don't know. I don't want to try to save them with what I think, to be honest. It feels dumb. This is okay. So this is where Celebrimbor, or like Sauron, is telling Celebrimbor his story about what Morgoth put him through, the torture that he went through, to like where Morgoth wanted to destroy, he wanted to perfect and make a better world. So there were two conflicting like ideals of what they wanted.
It is almost like they're trying to make you feel sympathy for Sauron.
For Sauron, yeah.
I'm sorry, but we shouldn't be feeling sympathetic towards Sauron.
No,
He's a bad person.
They're two sides of the same coin with just different ways about going about how they want to do things.
Yeah, there's two evils that have different paths.
Yeah. Sauron wanted to control. He wanted like sovereignty over everybody. Morgoth just wanted to do his own thing and destroy everything that his creator made.
So all the rings are here. By the way, why doesn't Celebrimbor just clean his face, for God's sakes?
It's supposed to be for dramatic effect.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's still busy doing these rings.
Yeah. Blast right through him. He's like, oh, I'm going to destroy the rings.
Why even build them then? Is he scared that
he's losing his mind?
Maybe Sauron's going to kick his, you know what?
Oh, more than likely. And then he's like, oh, the ring.
This is the dumbest part ever here.
Yeah.
He's a great as Elsmith. You don't think he could figure out a tool somewhere in the goddamn place that could break that? Even the tool that he's holding could probably do that. But yet, I'm going to take a finger off.
Like, even if it is a magical shackle of some sort, like, I'm pretty sure he's got the magical means to undo that. I don't know. Maybe it's just too smart of writing for them. I have no idea. And then he cuts his thumb off to get out of the manacle. I was like, okay. The shackle, I mean. I was like, yep, this makes sense. He's going to cut his thumb off.
Anyway, so didn't he get blown up here again, right here?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. For the third time.
Dude, you might not want to walk out that way then.
Like twice in an episode is crazy.
Boom, on the ground again.
And then they're like, we're going to take it back to...
I was looking for Chris, what's the name? Chris Tucker?
Oh, you got
knocked out.
Yeah. It was definitely that moment, man.
Damn, you got knocked the hell out, man. And then he gets picked up. And now all of a sudden
shows up magically.
Everybody sees him now.
Now that Galadriel said something. Yeah.
Everyone's like, you were right all along, sir.
And he's like, he's after the rings. I made these 9 rings for him. She's like, take them. No, I love you. Shut up. Like, let's just get out of here, you idiot. Like, no, take them. Take the rings. We gotta go.
Anyway, take the rings and any survivors. The rings. I'm gonna afford. Oh, this is my favorite scene here. So we have diverse Asian elf on the left. She's never said a word, I think. Maybe yes or no. She's always been in the background. There's no backstory of her. We don't have any attachments to her.
Mm-hmm.
And yet she gets the what's his name from Lord of the Rings?
Oh my god.
You can look it up.
Boromir. She gets Boromir.
She gets the Boromir copycat death.
Yeah.
Where arrows are all over, and she throws at the last second a flaming turd.
A perfect shot.
Perfect shot. By the way, what constituted that explosion?
They didn't have that gunpowder stuff back then, which is really odd.
I don't know how that exploded. That is a lot of TNT to make that happen.
It's special elf oil or orc oil.
Orc blood. Orc blood's highly combustible. So anyways, we get all that, and then the charge, we get fights, and then all of a sudden, oh snap.
Big I was coming. The most epic battle. Oh yeah, and then they confront Sauron, the men. Yeah. Oh,
before that, we had the orc, right? Or the giant troll show up.
It's after this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's definitely after here, the soldiers come in, and he comes down and goes. By the way, I didn't think that he had powers like this. Because then what's the point of the ring then?
Sort of. I mean, he was still pretty strong. The ring just kind of enhanced his abilities, is what happened. Like if you go back to the very first movie when they showed the last battle of the men and the elves against Sauron, and he goes to swing his giant mace, he doesn't hit everybody, but there's like a force wave that pushes them all back. So he kind of does have some crazy power.
Here, this is Jedi mind tricks here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he definitely Vader choked
He-
the shit out of these guys.
Actually, he would be a great Sith.
Yes. Yeah. He's got that whole thing going down.
So they're all
Keller
dead.
Brimbor just looks surprised, like he killed everybody. I'm all alone again.
He's like, some bitch. Here's your
Yes,
friendly
the
neighborhood
troll.
troll.
Yeah.
Arr, arr. Looks like Zack Snyder's what do you call it? What's the name?
Oh, what? Oh God, what is Doomsday?
Doomsday. Yeah, Zack Snyder's Doomsday,
Yeah.
which is terrible. So we got Don Lemon here. We got all these people fighting, and then the orc finally gets taken down, or is about to get down. And then the stupid king shows up finally. I'm needed where I'm needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed you a long time ago, buddy.
And ends up like slicing him, right?
This guy was sitting down. He's probably having a barbecue at a tent somewhere far away. I was like, okay, fine, I'll get on there.
It's time for me to go. I've had my fill. And this troll just laughs as he dies.
He's like, I'm finally out of this stupid show.
Thank you. My short tenure.
See you later, suckers. Anyways, so this guy's right here. This looks so bad. Why is there cloth in between his armors? Just give him the whole thing as an armor. It looks so bad.
Yeah, it's a little fancy.
See, this guy has armor all around him. Yeah, there's some cloth, but it's more armor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sun coming up in the north.
Here come the dwarves.
This is so on the nose with the Twin Towers.
Yes, it is. But they don't end up showing up, and Elrond becomes broken. He's like, "They're coming. The dwarves are coming. Durin is coming. Durin is coming."
Adar and his boys are walking through the pit. Look at that! How easy it would have been just to go to the bridge.
All they had to do was drop down the drawbridge, and they would have been good.
Look how easy it was to just go underneath the bridge in the opening.
They didn't think about these things.
Anyways, here's a big fight, and this didn't even live up to hype.
No, I thought there was going to be some epic clash between these two because he's been wanting to take Adar down for a long time. And Adar isn't really anybody special either. Like from what they've shown in this series, he's just like a regular elf that got corrupted. That's it. That's all.
This ended in 5 seconds, I think.
Yeah, like okay, and I thought Adar had killed this guy. That's what I thought happened. It looked like it. He fell to the ground. I thought there was a knife involved. I don't know.
Because there's a knife there.
Like you can see it, right? Like in that little space between their arms. That's a blade.
Yeah. Don't ask questions, Sheldon. So here, they finally, after all this time, they spent a day doing this. They finally broke a wall down. And they're all going in there. Cool. Okay. This guy's crying now. Where his best friend Durin is. Adar picks him up, takes the ring. Why not kill him?
Yeah. I don't get it, man.
Why are you leaving him alive? I don't understand why. You got the ring. You got the whole place down.
Yeah.
Just kill him.
Yeah, he's not needed. Not needed.
Yeah.
Episode 7. And episode 8 is where it really turned up.
Are you ready for episode 8?
Let her rip, man.
All right. Let me get through all the nonsense. So remember, episode 8 is the finale episode here. After this, we got nothing else. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is season 2. So we have... Let's do this. So we start off with... Start off with her. She's telling Durin that your father is gone crazy.
Deeper into the caves.
And Durin's like, okay. You need to go after your father. So he goes
They're
down.
slowly waking the Balrog up, like he is ready to be unleashed.
Father, give me the ring.
Take it off.
Okay, so he's using some weird thing to like battering
Yeah, I
walls.
saw that. I don't know what the hell
It
that
looks
was.
so weird. Like
Yeah,
they're used to using their axe.
pickaxes,
Yeah.
hammers, shovels, whatever.
Anyways, he knocks the wall down, and
It's a
look,
it's a huge vein of mithril. It was kind of cool to see. I was like, okay, that's cool.
yeah,
We know where.
I like glowing things.
Yeah.
So yeah, see that.
He's like,
Well,
look, Durin. See, only I know the mountain. Your king knows.
I found it, Durin. Durin's like, oh snap, I'll take it
I
all
love you,
back, Dad.
Daddy. You were right.
He was shitting on him literally a minute ago, and all of a sudden it's like, Dad, remember that time when you
You're
picked
the
me up
and
and
we
you
did
gave me
the
my
arm
first
wrestling.
axe?
I love you, Dad.
That's what my kids are like. As soon as they want something, they talk about those good old days.
I will again. I will say, like, the chemistry between these two is really good. Like, they do actually feel like father and son. Because
Yeah,
I feel like that's what a kid would do with his dad. Be like, I love you, Dad, but I hate you, Dad. Like, they just
give me
flip
the
flop
ring,
back and
Dad.
forth. Yeah,
That's like asking for the keys of the car, right?
yeah, yeah.
They remember my first time, Dad. Uh, anyways, so Durin sees something
Yeah,
glowing.
he gets dragged by the Balrog's whip. I was like, shit's gonna go down, dude.
This guy goes flying. What was he gonna do?
I don't know, but he
Why
got
was he
blasted.
charging? Like he got
Like
owned.
he
He
got
got
owned.
owned.
He did. He did. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You see a giant monster, you run the other way. You don't sit there and go, Durin,
Hey man,
Durin.
the dwarves are headstrong. They'll go in balls deep, like right into it.
It's not Helm's Deep, it's balls deep.
King's Durn badass moment. This is where it's happening.
What a stupid decision to make as a king. You are not going to beat a giant monster made out of fire. It's such a like they're trying to make this look like such a great moment, but it's a very idiotic moment.
It was dumb. It was dumb because he's essentially fighting a being that's like the equivalent of Gandalf and Saruman the White. That's what he's fighting right now.
Have a look at this picture. At any point, would you be interested in going and fighting this guy with your axe?
No. If I had some crazy magical weapons and like armor, then like, okay, I can do this,
If
But
you
this
had
man,
Thor's axe, yes. Right?
this man went in with a regular axe and just clothes. It's like, I'm gonna go fight him. You know what? It may be done, but it was also kind of a badass moment. I'm like, I'll give it to the king. He went in there trying to fuck this dude up, man.
This idiot of a king.
Uh,
You know what? At least throw your crown down.
yeah.
Right? Give them the ring and the crown, for God's
Yeah.
sakes. Anyways, look at him. He's gonna jump fall right in. He's so far away, he's not even gonna get to him.
Mm-hmm. I will say this shot, I will give them credit to this shot, though. This shot looked like a badass scene. As dumb as it was a badass shot. It was a
You're too
badass
kind.
shot.
You're too kind. Anyways, apparently his axe is so powerful that they had an
Created a shockwave?
explosion.
Yeah.
So that basically toasted him because that's like lava hitting your face. So he went to crispy real fast. Oh, that didn't do nothing because then we went to the credits here. We get our friend not Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks into the encampment area where all the Harfoot's
And the
ancestors
stores
are there. And then this weirdo shows up. This dude is creepiest.
Okay.
He's like Wish.com Saruman.
So this is where this is gonna like I kind of lost my shit a little bit here because they finally confirmed with the Dark Wizard here that there were 5 of us that went down. He even said that. He's like, I know you, I know your staff. Like, I can tell you everything. There were 5 of us that were sent down to come help those in Middle Earth. Now, this pertains to the lore that that Tolkien made, where yeah, there were 5. There was Saruman who went down, Gandalf who went down, Radagast the Brown that went down, and then 2 blue wizards that were kind of unnamed, but well, maybe not unnamed, but they were not really told what was going on. It was just they were sent to the east to help with Sauron and to start an uprising against Sauron. So this basically confirmed that he is definitely one of those blue wizards.
Mm,
He is
okay.
one, and I think we talked about this before, that somebody on like Reddit or something literally claimed that this is what was going to happen, that this dark wizard was going to be one of the blue wizards that they sent to the east.
Nice.
And they literally confirmed that in this damn episode. So they're making the blue wizards out to be kind of like, well, or like at least one of the blue wizards an evil person. Like he decided to forego the path that was given to him.
So he finally sees Nori and her friend, and they're like, "We've been looking for you." No, you haven't. You've been sitting and chilling and eating food here, and making out with some weird looking Sideshow Bob Brown version.
Indian.
Yeah, Indian Sideshow Bob. You guys didn't do shit. And they're like, "We've been looking for you."
He's like, "Sorry, friend. I told him not to hurt them." And this dude blasts this nomad dude back. I was like, okay, finally, we got some.
Cracked his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peels off from the wall.
Yep.
And he's like, "What did you do that for?"
Like, this isn't how we do things. We shouldn't do stuff like this. And he's like, well, this is what we have to do, and of course, in case we want to fight Sauron. And Nori's like, oh, that's not how we do things out here. Shut up. This is war, you idiot. Like, would you not know nothing? Like, and the blue wizard even says, well, you would give like condolences, or not condolences, just like niceness to the person who put a blade to your throat. Even dude's got a point. Like, how do you show mercy to somebody who is just about to kill you?
Anyway, so they get all angry, a pissy fit. He's like, "What? You don't want to come with me? Hang out?" Yeah. Like I said, we were talking before we got on air. It was, if this was not a Rings of Power or Lord of the Rings labeled, it was just a fantasy story, there'd be less people upset with this.
Yeah.
People would just watch it for its, it's fantasy stuff, and then just be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible to see them do the Suicide Squad meme. What am I, some kind of grand elf?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, right on the nose, please.
Yeah. They showed some cool power stuff that these wizards can do, and dude, we saw some Harfoots get crushed.
And I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
When the one boulder,
maybe they get extinct, and then we actually get hobbits. That's how they get extinct.
Oh, it was just crazy how that one halfling got like absolutely just smushed. I was like, holy crap, dude. I don't think I've ever seen that with a hobbit.
You want to explain the constellation?
So this is the stars that he was essentially looking for, right? Like the whole like star map that he had. That's exactly what he was. So he was in the right place where he was supposed to be the entire time. It wasn't like a specific area. It was a generalized area that this is where we're supposed to be, and this is what the stars are strange. Yeah, it felt like it still didn't make sense, even though that's what they were looking for.
All right, now to the part where nobody cares still.
Oh god, can we just skip Numenor? Because this shit was just garbage, man. Like I feel like we saw this coming.
I just don't care about this.
Like the minute they like the queen lady got out of the water, and all the faithful were like, oh yeah, she's the chosen one. Like, I knew this dude was like, we got to get rid of them all. They're like, yep, this is them. hey, your queen was like partnering with Sauron. Guess what? You're all traitors now. All the faithful are gonna die.
I thought this too.
I thought that was Durin's garden tree, and then it turned out
I,
to
I thought that
yeah.
too.
You know what? Actually, yes, I thought that was also Durin's tree. Honestly, it was kind of confusing. I was like, what are they doing back with the dwarves? But nope, they showed this off.
Anyway, so they put signs up. Okay, sure. That everyone is now considered bad, and they need to go and kick doors down.
Yeah, everybody that believes in the Valar, who you know is kind of a big deal because they do things. They're like, no, you're all traitors.
So this daughter, she drives me nuts. I do not like this character.
I can't wait till she gets killed off.
She looks back, and dude sees her leave, and she goes and more tree flowers are falling off, or leaves are falling off. She goes to her dad and says, "You gotta go, okay." And he's like hiding in the corner, and then the guard comes up, and she's like, "You cannot look over there." They were given authority by the leader. Who is she to say no? Why should they believe her?
Right?
And the king could have said to the, or the leader could have said to the guards, "Hey, I just saw her escape. She obviously her dad is wanted. Make sure that wherever she goes, go look into those areas." Like, it's just stupid writing. They really think that we're not intelligent enough to see that.
This is pinnacle of writing, Elvin. That's what this is.
And rather than running away, he goes right back into the most dangerous spot, which is the palace.
Just be like, Queen, we gotta leave. We gotta go. She's like,
Puts
no.
on outfit that, okay, sure. She puts on a jacket or veil, and she's like, "I can't go."
She's like, it's not my place or my destiny.
She's begging son. Sure, from the book of the trial, etc. I think that's all fine. She's clearly in a position of power. Sure. I just think that if you're a king or if you're a leader, you'd be like, "Hey, don't trust her. I just saw her running off." And she gives the most obvious thing. What happened here? Wow, that was a quick drop of the pants. I'm surprised these two haven't made out yet.
I know. I thought at some point they would have had.
Of all the people, I expect these two like to get it on. They've been through hell and back.
Like it was there. It felt like it was there.
Yeah, there was some sort of chemistry there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he saved her, she saved him, blah blah blah. Like,
yeah,
it'd be nice to have a relationship that actually made sense, but they didn't even give us that. So, anyways, the iconic sword.
Andril. Did they even say its name? I think they just called it like the flame of something, right?
Yeah.
Which isn't even. I don't even think it was called that because I'm pretty sure the sword itself is called like the flame of the west or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look it up. But I don't think they even called it by its name, which now makes me think: did they even get the rights to that name?
Batham says, "I wish I could say that actor was a good Ellender, but he just had a big pile of dog shit to work with." Yeah. So
tell me how much you love this show, Bad Time.
You said you liked this episode. So, anyways, he gets the sword, and big moment there. Music kicks in, and probably not see him till 2 episodes in next season.
Yep.
This place is just getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah,
okay, this was the dumbest thing ever. This guy is at a high point, guarded by 2 walls here, or a staircase here. He's protected. He's shooting arrows. He decides to run off into the floor where he's surrounded by arrows and gets killed instantly. It was so dumb.
Also, I thought Galadriel left a long time ago, but she's still in the city collecting people, trying to save them.
With no weapons. She has no weapons.
I was like, okay, sure, man, whatever you say.
And then guess what? They get trapped. And she's
like the orcs knew about the secret dwarven passage. How did that happen? When did they know about this? I thought
when they read her mind. So she has no weapons. But she's like, I have rings.
I want to do a trade.
Here we go. So
Uh,
this is supposed to be the moment where Sauron uses him as a flag.
mhm.
That's what it's supposed to resemble or give meaning to. But it's just torturing here. That's all it is. I thought it was fine. Torture
Yeah,
this guy. Whatever.
yeah. The way he was like playing with the arrows, I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
thought that was really evil.
yeah. And also, I'll give it up to Celebrimbor for not making too much noise while being tortured because I feel like I'd be screaming my ass off in pain.
This guy's like, and he's like, shut up. Just give me the rings. I don't care. You'll never get them. Oh yeah, I will. You're about to get hung. And look at it. He. You'll never
Just
get
like
it.
hardcore shit talking Sauron.
Looks like the Joker from here.
uh,
He'd play a good Joker,
he's got that smile for it. Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. I can see that.
Anyway, so he just turns around and goes, Haluga.
I thought this was a great scene. I
Yeah,
thought the
awesome.
way he impaled him and
Yeah.
just like this is Sauron showing off his power now. He's like,
Yeah.
I only need one hand to stick you and
Yeah.
like shove you up in that wall.
I thought it was so awesome.
Yeah.
It's like finally we got rid of this. All right, cool. I never have to see this character again now. So
Yep.
sad. He's like,
you'll never find the ring.
ooh, the Keebler elves.
Oh God.
He's like, I thought he's gonna throw up. The sight of blood makes you
But then
Right?
he starts to cry. I was like, okay, sure.
They're
Like,
trying so hard to us to make believe believe that the two of them actually had a relationship or friendship. Sauron
Yep.
doesn't care.
yep.
He wants his rings. He does not care.
Yep. I do like that Celebrimbor stayed defiant and like right up until the
Oh
end.
yeah.
I was like, okay, this
I mean,
is
we
like
already
what makes sense.
demasculated the man that bad. Just let him have an happy ending here,
Yeah.
right?
He's,
There we go.
these stupid ass orcs, they're like, are you Sauron? And he turns and was like, I have many names. All right.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Look. Why? Why are you crying?
I have many names. Nobody knows me by my real name.
He's like, okay, dude. You trying to
know,
win an Emmy? You trying to win an Oscar here?
Oh God, this just kind of show. Oh
Or
yeah,
Emmy,
you know
sorry.
what? No. You know what? We'll keep going. I'll get to my point once we get to
Okay.
a certain scene because it makes sense. To
And
talk.
another scene,
Oh,
I don't
God.
care about this kid at all.
Isildur and the bastard son of Arendir or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever that didn't even matter. I thought his story was done, but they somehow found more to tell for him.
So they're in a cottage.
I
by
call him the
water.
no-name brand kid.
No name brand. They hug it out
Yeah,
because hey, your mom died. My mom died. Let's talk about it.
you want to be best friends?
Here comes the wench, shall we call it? Back in the day, they called her a wench.
Isildur's love interest. The bow, chicka, bow, bow. It's like,
But
why
she's married.
kiss me? That didn't matter. It clearly didn't matter.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's so awkward. The next scene is so awkward. Okay, this guy is one of my favorites because he's just a straight up jackass. Right?
Who's this? Kenan, whatever his name is.
Love it. Love this jackass.
He
right?
is discount Joffrey. I love it.
Yeah.
Literally discount Joffrey, man.
And the guys next to him are wearing discount armors, but that is not a Numenorian armor. What the
No.
Anyways, there's the other husband. He looks like a bum, like a beggar.
He does.
So, like, at least take the hood off, dude. You look like a bum.
No, that's Kermit.
Yeah, Kermit. Kermit's amazing.
Yeah,
this guy is the man.
He's actually, you know what? I feel like this dude has done a good job because he does make you want to hate him.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, and I would say like any sign of a good actor is when they play a bad guy that you yourself hate.
Yeah,
in person. Yeah,
I love this guy. He's awesome. Did a great job.
Yeah.
He's a very his acting is like you want to punch his face in. He's a very punchable acting, ability,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. That's great. Good job. Uh, Husband comes by and discusses like, I don't care about any of you peasants. Doesn't it say low men? Something like
Yeah.
that? Low
Yeah,
men.
he's like, oh, low men don't get no fairies. Like, okay.
That's awesome.
I don't want no scrub. That's what that is.
Joe goes, I call him the Kermit the Weasel.
Kevin the Weasel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Weasel here gives him a bro hug.
Oh, yeah. He's like, Isildur, my brother. Yeah.
Wait,
Like, your sister's fine.
did he like have a relationship with the sister?
He wants a relationship with his sister.
Oh, yeah. She keeps turning him down, right?
Yeah. Especially after, like, he killed her love interest. Like, it ain't happening no more, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
yes, not right.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just gonna mention this.
The fiance of Isildur's
Numenorians
girl.
are big boys. They're 6'5" people. He looks stronger, bigger in every aspect of some of these, which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's so awkward to see this scene.
Because he comes, because that dude literally like sees how Isildur is looking at her. He's like, I'm gonna move up in there. I don't like what I'm looking at right now. Oh, shiz.
Anyway, so
oh yeah, this is where he tells her. This is where he tells him, like, oh yeah, your dad's a traitor, by the way. He's in prison now. The queen is no longer the queen. My daddy is in charge. So get bent and eat shit, buddy. Like,
oh man, and it's just this is beautiful. And then this dude's still standing there like a retard.
yeah,
he stands in between literally the two of them.
Mm-hmm. He's like, "This is my woman."
Yeah.
Back off. Get your own sandwich.
And then she's just got like all the thirst for him, Isildur.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a recipe for disaster.
When I look into your eyes,
you wretch, you cheated on your husband.
See it in your soul. Oh, good
cheated
Lord.
on your husband. What a whore. He's a whore. You're a whore.
Yeah, stay with the R being rolled because that's how they talk.
There you go. It's you're a whore.
Oh, damn it.
And then to the forest we go.
Yes. Adar's crying. He's so sad right now that he needs to be bent over on this tree, just bawling his eyes out while Galadriel comes to him.
Second time Galadriel's come to him.
Yep. She just has a thing for being captured, you know? It's got to be her kink or something, man. Like, I swear to God.
She's a magnet for capitalism.
Yeah, dude. It's like, leave us. And he's wearing Nenya.
Fingers to wear the ring. He's got the Godfather kiss the ring finger in.
Children, leave me. Let me fulfill this request on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Cleaned up. Look at that.
Yeah, the ring healed him. It ended up healing him a little bit. It cleaned him up.
I thought it was gonna there was rumors that they were gonna reveal him as her husband.
Oh,
there was rumors, and I thought that was gonna happen, and I'm like, no, don't do this.
Interesting.
Thank God they didn't do
weird.
it.
No, but I have a feeling I know who they're gonna make her husband.
Ooh, do tell.
Well, you when we get to the scene.
Okay.
Because to me it feels pretty blatant as to what they're trying to do with that. So I don't know. If
yeah, see, he just Baptized said the same thing right there. Everyone was like, "Please don't say the name."
Celeborn, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, bath time. Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Bath time called it real quick. Yep. We'll get to there. We'll get to the bath.
Why is this dude not putting a sword through her? Because she escaped him.
Right, but I feel like he has.
This guy's the worst leader ever.
He doesn't want to kill her though. Like he knows that she's on the same path of him as to wanting to get rid of Sauron, so he wants to continue that relationship with her.
But everything he's doing not helping.
No, absolutely not. But he even says to her,
Nobody
like,
wants to
"Look,
partner up with them.
like, we can get rid of him. Now is the time to do so with your ring, with my helmet. We can do this." And he's like, "After all is said and done, I promise I'll take my orcs and go back to Mordor, and we won't ever bother Middle." I'm like, that's a great deal. Like, if this homie's promising this and they're gonna listen to him, let's do it. Let's do it.
You got here. I'll be back in a second, but here you can chew on this.
A teleporno? Shut up. No way, really? That, oh my god. That is interesting. That's good to know, actually. But yeah, to Arendir bath time, that's what I was alluding to. I did you feel that way when you saw the end, like near the end of this episodes, that Arendir and Galadriel were getting a little bit closer? I was wondering if they used to call me teleporno. Oh, good lord. Yeah. That dude, that would have been gold. I think that would have elevated this show a whole lot if they did end up doing that. That would have been great. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, this whole scene was a cluster shit show, man. Um yeah, the whole Arndir thing, I don't know what they're I thought his story was done. I thought he died in episode 7. It looked like Adar ended up killing him. I also wanted when Galadriel saw Sauron for her to go Sauron, and then an orc shout, "No, he's known by many names." Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Definitely. That would have been, again, the show should have been a comedy or a what if alternate universe. The equivalent to Spaceballs, maybe, you know? Although Spaceballs was a gold mine, so I take it back. Maybe they shouldn't make it equivalent to Spaceballs. What was the theory? I'm curious to know. Because I didn't think they had anything else going on with Arndir. Brownon was going to end up as a Nazgul. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was definitely going to be a thing. But
So,
welcome back. Hey,
yeah,
didn't see.
he takes a ring off. Instantly starts getting withered
Coming
away
back. Yep.
in the veins. Gives her the ring. And then the orcs come. This orc's there. He's like, "My child, what is wrong with you?" He's like, "Gotcha, bitch." Ugh.
Yeah.
Stabs him. And then here comes Sauron. Are you okay with this?
No. I
Tell me.
didn't think he'd get betrayed like that. I also, so this is what kind of irks me a little bit. Urk. Is
Say that
Adar
fast.
wanted peace for the orcs. The orcs wanted their own to be left alone. They didn't want to be used as tools of war anymore as well, according to this show. But then they go inside with a goddamn Sauron anyway. Now, I guess we can chalk it up to magic and be like he mind manipulated them, but it didn't feel like that. It did not feel like that at all. It felt like they were just like, you know what? Screw Adar. We'll go with you, Sauron. I think you'll treat us better. Nope. That wasn't the case.
So it was a brutal killing.
Yeah, they really messed him up.
Yeah, like this was brutal,
but
man.
That speaks to the nature of how orcs deal with stuff. They are brutal by nature.
Which they should be all the time, not sensitive and family oriented.
Yeah, they shouldn't be having the feelings of, "Oh, daddy, no,
Yeah.
please, we don't want to go to war. All our people are dying." Shut up! You're an orc. Do what you're supposed to do, man. Holy crap!
Jeez, I thought I was mean. Anyway, so Sauron is like assembling the troops, and then fights.
He takes the crown of Morgoth. Morgoth.
Why is he even entertaining her? Like, just swat her.
Because he wants her, dude. He wants her. He
Thirsty?
wants that sweet, sweet blonde elven booty. I'm sorry if the channel gets taken down.
No, it's totally fine. I'm there with you. Anyway, so we go to the back to the old town here. Statues. It's like, are they in Iraq or something? Like taking the statue down. Who cares? Nobody cares about the statue. Anyways, they took it down. I guess they're gonna rebuild it. Uh,
Yes.
we have these two Muppets show up. And
Gil-galad, Elrond.
why is he telling him that these are really important scriptures? Don't say anything. Just shut up. At least some of it might be salvaged. But you saying that, now they're gonna burn everything down.
Yeah. Although, I thought I was kind of dumb on the orcs part. Like this is a celebrated blacksmith who made some of the greatest inventions of all time, some of the best weapons and armor to boot. Like, why wouldn't you keep those and try to replicate those for yourself so you can like wreck shit? You know what I mean?
So here it is. They basically burn everything. Then the High King's such a what.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even fight off a simple orc.
And
What
then
a loser.
Arendir shows up again. And at this point, I was shocked to see that because I thought that dude died in the last episode, and that did not happen.
Big fight.
Big fight. I was kind of okay with the choreography that went on in this. Like their fight choreography was kind of decent. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give them a little bit of that. It was a decent fight between her and Sauron, changing as many forms. When he changed back to Hellbrand and she froze, I was like, "You weak son. What are you doing freezing like that?"
She had a thing. She had a thing for him. I would have loved to see a little quick flash of him turn into Sauron with the black.
Oh yeah. Oh, go back to the original elf form that they showed off in the beginning.
Oh,
that would have been cool. Give that guy some more limelight.
So then he turns into her. Talk about like being obsessed. Jeez.
Yeah.
And then she fights herself. Because nothing says more cool than having two Galadriels fight. Why have one when you can have two of them?
That's what she would have been if she joined the dark side.
Ooh. Galadriel Walker. Skywalker. Anyways. She gets stabbed. This is death for a lot of people.
By the yeah. Would have been. Would have been.
Yet she's still alive. Well, she falls to the ground there. She should be bleeding out and dying. And we have your buddy there, Don Lemon.
Oh my god, I thought he died. I got to go back and just watch that scene to see if he actually did get stabbed with the blade, because I swear he did. And now they're saying he's not. I'm like, all right, sure, man, whatever.
That's a good point. Yeah, I agree.
Yes, that's exactly it.
There are other tropes too. There are other tropes. The whole episode and last week's episode is littered of things they try to bring back, but their own version and fool people. You're not fooling anybody.
Nope.
So I guess what happens here? He just picks her.
He thinks he's Jedi mind tricking her at this point by like speaking to her. Give me the ring. This is the ring that I am looking for. And she's like, nope. Haha. She basically says F you and then jumps off the damn cliff. That's what happens.
There she is.
Yeah.
Splat. She should be dead. If she survives, and they're gonna say, oh, it's because the ring kept her safe. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
There's no way that this character's killed off.
No, because she's in the movies. Like, people that don't know, that didn't watch the movie, like, oh my god, she's dead. Well, you clearly don't know who Galadriel is, man.
So is that Don Lemon there?
I believe so. Yep.
They grab her. I don't know how they escaped, but they did. But they fought their way through. Surrounded by orcs, they found their way out of there.
Yep.
Oh my god. Anyway, she's on the brink of dying. He's trying to heal her. Does he have healing abilities that I don't know about?
Most elves do, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Bath Time can chime in if they want to, just kind of let us know. But yeah, they do have. They all kind of have healing abilities for sure. And what's interesting is like the ring is supposed to kind of help enhance those powers, but it didn't for him.
So the symbiote's taking over her body here.
Venom.
Gil Gadot 100% does. Okay, so
Yeah,
he does
there you
that.
go. Yep,
Thank you.
I thought so.
So he tried, didn't. Well, I guess it didn't work 100%, did it?
Nope.
And save her. So he's like, no, but we got a ring here.
Okay, so that scene kind of wrecked me a little bit because I'm like, at no point in any time in any of Tolkien's work did Elrond ever put on Nenya. It did not happen. It was given to Galadriel.
I hate to break it to you, it happened. And it happened on Amazon's Rings of Power.
Yeah. I was kind of livid about that. I'm like, he never puts it on. He doesn't get a ring until I don't know. You know what? I'll just say I don't even care about the show anymore. Like this stupid ass Rings of Power. He gets it from Gil-galad, and that's where he gets his first ring from. Like, I don't know.
Here we are back to the
The
shambles.
naughty scene.
You know what I really hate is when they try to do a scene to show that people are doing something, but they're really doing nothing.
Elvin, did you notice the staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Good.
What I'm saying is she's playing with strings when the whole building is collapsed in front of her.
She doesn't care. It's not her place.
What is
it's not
she
her home.
putting together? Friendship bracelets?
Yeah, that's what hobbits do, man. Or
just, look, she's surrounded by shams, and she's like, I'm gonna fix this bracelet and get the trees bracelets back on there. They've got no food, there's no toilets, there's no rooms. Fix those things, get some rubbles. There might be somebody stuck underneath all that.
They don't care. They're all dead. Those are big boulders. They were crushing little people, man. They ain't surviving. I wouldn't have looked. I'm like, there's no point. They're dead. Let's just move on, man. Get out of here.
By the way, that snake that other one was holding, is that loose too now?
Probably. It probably survived.
Yeah, and then we have Sideshow Bob here. Oh my god. This guy makes me laugh every time I see his face. It's the most annoying character. Just terrible.
I love it. He's just a no nonsense character, man. So, it just doesn't make sense. There's no reason for him to be there, but he's just there. He's like, I'm like, what the hell was his name again?
They did my boy dirty Akash. They just really messed this guy up. Akash just got screwed.
Oh god.
Right? That's Akash right there.
Yeah, it is. The Tom Hatherford of frickin' Middle Earth.
I just can't stand it. Oh my god! Every time I want to fall on the ground laughing. So stupid. Anyway, the two of them were getting it on, I guess.
Yeah, they're having a conversation about something.
She still got stupid flowers hanging out of her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just so dumb. It looks so stupid.
Like, look, he's even looking at like, yo, those are some dumbass flowers in your hair, girl. Like, let's take them out.
You want to talk about my hair? Look at your hair, bro. You look like you put your hand in a toaster. Oh yeah, from one bad couple to another. Here we go. They're all pissed and had enough of this. They're gonna take charge now. So he's the parent heir now, right?
Parent heir, yes. We kind of learned because this is now we're getting to like the end scenes here. Is like they're talking about what's to come, what we're foreshadowing, what we're going to be looking forward to. Eregion's gone. They're going to go back and regroup. You can skip the scenes a little bit here. Yeah. Isildur's going back to Numenor. Elendil leaves.
Did she get hung?
I think she's getting imprisoned right now. Is what's happening. I don't think we've seen her like get offed yet, unless they're planning to do so next season and do an off-scene death like they did with the other girl.
Quick question: they put, and I don't know if it's show here, but they put handcuffs on her.
Yeah,
she's blind. How far is she gonna go?
They're that scared of her, man.
I don't see her running off. She's gonna hit a wall and get a concussion.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, so he's standing there with the hammer.
I think
cool.
He's getting pretty close to crafting his own ring pretty soon. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Then your favorite scene here. Grand Elf.
Oh, this is where they call him Grand Elf. Grand Elf. I was like, please, for the love of God, don't call him this. Don't call him this for like a season. I'll hate this forever. They were trying to be smart, you know? That's what I got. They were trying to be playful with this garbage. Also, Nori's accent got way thicker in this scene. When she was talking,
I didn't even
all of a
care.
sudden,
That's why I didn't notice.
I was like, her accent became way thicker out of nowhere, man.
It's when it's convenient.
Yeah.
I do not care about Nori. I don't care about the Harfoots. I was hoping that all of them would be crushed by the boulders and he just walk out, but I didn't get that. But anyways, they're leaving. I guess they're gonna go to, where the hobbits reside now, and they become
Yep.
hobbits.
Yep. They're gonna go join the other Harfoots, is what's happening. And she's telling Gandalf, like, I think we need to part ways because this is scary and dangerous, and this is not what I signed up for. Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
So
not good.
Grand Elf says, "Okay, cool. I guess I was meant to do this all alone." So the send off here, they're trying to make it look like Frodo sees Gandalf for the last time.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, it didn't work for me. I don't care about these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's all alone here, and lo and behold,
he finds his staff, the
Just
one
sitting
that
there.
Nori was working on, of all things.
Yeah. It's there. He picks it up. He's like, "Ah!"
And he looks clean all of a sudden. Like he took a bath, took a shower,
Trimmed the hair a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. His big moments right here.
Oh, my staff. No shit, dude. Yeah, it's a staff. Oh my god. You friggin' idiot. Oh.
And there he is inside. Comes in to see him. I thought they're gonna make out too. The over and under for making out was really high. It just didn't pay off.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have, what was the name again?
Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, Tommy.
Tommy
Boy. Tommy Boy's like, see?
So this is another thing with this, man. I think that they are trying to imply that the second blue wizard is Tom. They are I think that is the hard implication that they are trying to put in the show, because they even give Tom like a blue jacket, blah blah blah. They're like, oh yeah, Tom's the second blue. No, he's not. He was there before all that, man. He was there before all that, and he doesn't care about like the good and evil side of things. That's not his MO.
Yeah.
Like that stuff doesn't bother him, but they made him worried about it. So they are literally trying to make him that second blue wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was all a test? Yeah, no shit, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's having his chamomile tea. Doesn't want to be bothered. I wish Tom would just tell him to get out. Just go away.
Yeah, just find your own place, dude. And they start singing this song.
Which I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
He was singing a nice classic, song. I had no issues with that. Just like, okay, cool. Then we see him.
Not a chance. He's been. Are you talking about like me saying that
Tom
he is the second blue wizard? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he has been established. The blue jacket is right in Tolkien's bone for. Okay, fair enough. But I don't think he's the second blue wizard.
No,
I don't think that was ever established.
Yeah.
But what Amazon is trying to do is they're trying to establish that he is the second blue wizard.
They better not. They better not.
That time I hear you, but I think that's what they're trying to imply with him. Because they haven't, unless I could be wrong, and by the third season they'll show off the second blue wizard that came down.
But the blue jacket, like Joe was also saying, is in the poem, which I was aware of too.
Right.
So they'd probably just put it on because it was in the poem.
Mm.
We don't know yet until season 3 what's going to happen for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Because all Tom says in this show is he's like, I'm the eldest. Okay.
Yeah. But you're right, though, because I wouldn't put it past Amazon to ruin it and McKay and these guys to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And actually have him as a blue wizard. We don't know with these guys. They're all over
And
the place.
Simon Tolkien just going along with it because he's getting paid mad money.
Oh yeah, he's living the dream. So Durin is supposed to be the next apparent, but wait a minute.
He's got a brother
He's got a brother.
who is also trying to claim his right to the throne.
Is his brother in charge of another mountain or something? Because he's never here. So how is he getting to claim this when Durin's been around with his dad all this time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bath time? Does Durin's brother have a mountain that he runs? Which now he could say that I'm going to claim this mountain too because I have experience and I work with my father in running another mountain. Because why would there be a challenge from his brother if Durin has been with his dad the whole time, learning the
So
craft?
I kind of just looked this up. Apparently, there's no specific siblings that are mentioned for Durin. In the Second Age timeline, apparently there isn't even a direct mention of a brother of Durin the Fourth in the
So this is made
canonical
up then.
text. I mean, yeah, I would assume so, because apparently Durin's focus was mostly on his role of as the king of the dwarves and his importance to Khazad-dûm/Moria.
So this is all made up. Great, more made up stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say whether or not he has, but like my thing is, I just assume that all dwarves are somehow related and they're all incest at some point. Like that's my take on the dwarves for Middle Earth, but I don't know, I could be wrong, man.
She
Yeah.
looks like she is high on some shrooms.
Yeah, they're doing that whole Frodo thing. This is them literally in Rivendell, like the early form of Rivendell, by the way.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good set. They did a really good job with the set. And then we got Don Lemon show up again. Not a scratch on him. Not a scratch on him.
This is the scene that I was kind of talking about. Is I think they're trying to establish a relationship with Arondir and Galadriel here, because he gets really close and like handholdy and touchy with her, and like when you get to the end scene where they're standing on that cliff, he's to her left side or her right side, like that's her right hand, and I'm just like, I think they're trying to establish a romantic relationship between these two just so they can have them involved in more down the road.
All three of these guys want her.
I don't know about Gil-galad. I think Gil-galad is okay without her, dude. I don't think he's
No. He's like, oh, down boy. They give her the ring and they all like. So you got a High King, you have Elrond. They all are asking her, what should we do? Why is the king asking her?
For some reason, they all of a sudden trust her now.
She has done nothing to deserve any whatsoever, power or status. She screwed them over and over. She's made mistakes over and over again. Why are they confiding in her for the next?
Oh, because she believed in the rings from the beginning, Elvin. They were clearly wrong, and they're now trying to make peace with her over this, and so they give back Nenya. This is why Elrond believes in the rings now all of a sudden, right?
He's holding up to everyone's great. Because she's the most experienced of Sauron and is the commander. If you say experience in terms of screwing up, then yes, because every time she's gone up against Sauron, she's screwed up or lost. I don't think that's a good enough reason to let her.
Hey, but you learn from your failures, right? Or you're supposed to, anyway.
Not in this show. They don't even learn from their own failures from season 1. They keep doubling down on doing more stupid things. From season 1 to season 2, they had a break and they said that they're going to do a better job of being more Tolkien focused. They did quite the opposite here, in my opinion. So, anyways, they give her the ring, right?
Yep.
Everyone's sitting around here, chilling.
Oh right, yeah.
I do like the waterfall. I do like the waterfall. Very nice.
Yeah. This is what, like, this is Rivendell. This is what it's supposed to be, right? Like, it's supposed to be a peaceful sanctuary where people come to heal and learn. That's essentially what Elrond's place is supposed to be.
So yeah, they all like, hey, we're gonna make this place into the Hilton, and everyone will come here. So next season it'll be all built because time flies real fast in this show.
Real fast.
Yeah, it's be all ready to go, specced out. This guy's the worst king ever in this show. The worst king ever in this show. Just terrible. Look at him take out this sword.
He's like, this is gonna mean something, you guys,
With
just because I'm
cloth
the High
armor
King.
underneath that looks like it's been like dirtied up and disgusting. Like it looked like he needs to go change his pair. Anyways, so he takes the sword. Everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna fight. Yeah, there's like 17 of them down the bottom there. They're all gonna fight the army. It is a nice place, albeit terrible CGI. But yeah, do you believe this? Believe in them. They can do it. They can do it.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I really wish this was a fantasy, made up fantasy. I really wish.
It would have been a cool standalone fantasy that they would have made an original concept of. I think.
That too, but I would have preferred this to be a standalone fantasy with no connection to any lore from anybody, because then I'd be like always curious of what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Because there's no books to tell me.
Right. Or fall back on, right?
Or fall back on, yeah. It would have been more interesting to me, and I would be more sympathetic to a lot of the errors or mistakes they make. They're crafting something new, right?
Right.
That's the beauty of when you create a brand new IP, and that's what Game of Thrones and I know Game of Thrones has books, but they have made efforts to change the stories to keep it interesting.
Yep.
With the approval and partnership of what's his name, the author,
George R.R. Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're always like, okay, is it going to happen? Is it going to go this direction, or is it going that direction? Right. With this, it just would have been nice to have a brand new, fresh fantasy story. I think it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Knowing what we know. I mean, I don't know everything about Tolkien. Not like Bath Time here, who can recite probably every sentence. But what I'm saying is, like, I just don't. Is this just comic?
You don't feel that Tolkien magic.
I don't. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I just don't feel that this is something that I want to continue watching, and I think it's going to get better and better. It just gets worse and worse. Yeah, every episode lets me down.
I don't like that they don't respect the certain relationships that people have, or the characters have within their show. They're forcing things to happen amongst one another, amongst each other. And it you can tell it feels forced. Nothing about it feels natural. Nothing about it. Although people that don't know are probably thinking this is a really good show, to be honest with you. People that don't know anything about the lore, this is their first time experiencing a Lord of the Rings thing, they probably think this is actually a really good show. And if I'm putting myself in their shoes, I could see that being a thing. I can definitely see that being a thing.
That's a systemic issue with a lot of the stuff that are coming out these days. Star Wars, the people that watch Star Wars, that know the lore, don't like what they're doing with it. But the people who are new to it, they're like, this is fine, this is good. But then later on, when they find out more and more about Star Wars, they're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That's the problem. They're trying to be in the now, than to create a long pathway, a long legacy, so that it could flourish for years to come. If they were true on season 1 and continue to be, as much accuracy as possible. I know that you can't be 100% accurate as the books. I get that. But if you try to be as accurate as possible with the characters, not add new characters in there unless you absolutely had to.
Right.
I think you just create a better path for you to do 5 seasons. They're forced to do 5 seasons. Maybe they do a buyout at the 4th season, say, you know what, we had enough of this because the ratings are down. People are not receptive. I mean, just go look at some of the percentages of people. There's a lot of people are not happy with this show, and viewership has steadily gone down. So, what do you do then? Now, season 3 is going to be made. Is season 4 going to get made? Well, they have to. They sign a.
Well, I think what's going to happen is like the haters will still watch like us, so we can pick shit apart. I think that's
Well,
what's
we do
gonna
this
happen.
because we wanted to do a show, and it's sometimes fun to do it live and destroy it in front of people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And those newbies that don't know much about like Tolkien's work will definitely dive headfirst into season 3. But I feel like it's not a lot. I feel like it's not that much, to be honest.
Bathroom said the dwarves were great in the show, especially during. Well, the
I
dwarves are great, but the thing is, female dwarves are supposed to have beards, and they don't. They continue not to have beards. I
yeah.
don't know why there's a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. She's got mutton chops on the side. Just give her a beer, for God's sakes. They just don't want to do that because they don't want to upset women. These are dwarves. They're not actually human.
Right.
We have humans, elves, and dwarves. They're different classes.
Mhm.
And if people can't see through that, then they need to get ahead of shit. It's a fantasy lore, not real life.
Yeah. Before we end,
Yeah.
let's try to end on a positive. What good thing did you take away from this season?
It ended.
Oh shit!
I celebrated when the credits rolled. I celebrated when the credits rolled. I'm like, finally, this turd is over. Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, like I kind of agree with like bath time is that the dwarves were great. Besides the obvious stuff with the female dwarves, I think like the father son relationship between the Durans was really on point, and their chemistry was a wonderful thing because you could feel like this turmoil of my dad's my dad, but he's not my dad. He's changing, and I don't like what's happening. I thought that was a great dynamic with them.
I mean, it's an adaptation. They're not going to have female dwarves looking like identical to Kim. But why not? That's the question we should be asking as Tolkien fans or people of that like this, Lord of the Rings, etc. Why not? Why can't we have it? They had it in Lord of the Rings. The dwarves, females had beards. So what's the problem? That's the thing that I don't understand. What is the underlying problem? Right?
Yeah.
All dwarves are born with beards. Exactly. So I don't know if they're born. Are they born or they grow beards over time?
Can you imagine coming out the womb with a beard, dude? Oh shit!
But I get
That's
your
how
point.
they pull you out. They
I
get
Bath's point. They all have beards. Correct. So why is it hard to just do that? I don't understand.
I mean, sure, it's an adaptation.
It's not a big deal, but yet we make it a big deal.
Yep.
We're not insulting. Like people are like, oh, that's insulting to females out there. No, it's not. It's a dwarf. It's not a human being. It's a dwarf.
I mean, and in this day and age, I feel like a female with a beard would be acceptable.
Nobody cares.
Would it not?
It's a show. I don't care. Why do people get so sensitive about beards on dwarves, right? So, anyways, that's just one of the many things that I think the show has problems with. I think also taking characters and changing their direction. Fine. You want to maybe change it slightly here and there. Cool. But when you go full on opposite, like Galadriel is the complete opposite of who she is.
Yeah.
Right? Complete opposite.
Instead of being a wise person,
royal,
yelling and magic and giving advice from afar, she's in the thick of shit.
It wouldn't look stupid. No, because they did it already in Tolkien's Peter Jackson. Didn't look stupid. Didn't look out of place either. What does look stupid is a black dwarf in amongst all the white dwarves. That's stupid. You should explain or have more black dwarves and explain where these dwarves came from. Give context to it. Create an expansion. Make me believe that there is. That's, what I would prefer. Because Tolkien was, when he wrote his stories, it was based on Northern Europe. He did not have any colored of whether it be brown, black, whatever of nature. And now I know people say, "Oh, we got to get with the times," and fine. You want to do that? I got no issues with that. But make me believe it more. Don't just insert people in there. Like, for example, Don Lemon here. He's got a perfect haircut, a fade going on. We got barbershops now in Middle Earth. Why doesn't he have long black hair? If you want to put somebody of that in, give him the look that everybody elves should look similar to each other. No one should be bald elf walking around. Right? Is that too much to ask?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll see it in some of the scenes. If I watch it again, I'll try to give you the timestamp. But there are dwarves with beards in Tolkien. I keep saying Tolkien, Jackson. But you want to go further. Tolkien does depict that. Yeah, see? There you go. She's already got the chops. Just bring it all the way down. I was actually like, okay, they got a chop there. Why not just? I'm not asking him for a full-on beard with the freaking, what is it? Durin's, how Durin's got it a knot there. No. Little bit of Homer Simpson's hair at the top. Just bring it down to the chin there. That's all you need. Just a little bit of it. A little bit of red there.
Yeah.
There you go. I think it looks cool. I think it will make the female dwarves look even more badass. Right? So
it's okay to say you just like bearded women, Elvin.
I'm not gonna hate them.
Oh man.
But here we are, season 2 is done.
Yeah.
Hooray. I don't know when the season 3 is coming. I think it's 2 years from now. Probably.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's a long time, man. Long time. But
that's how you kill hype for a show.
But the production value deserves that time.
It sure does. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Before we kind of finish off today, I appreciate you guys, Joe and Bath Time, coming and hanging out with us and talking, give your opinions. Your opinions are important. So is ours. Yes. We're just having banter, having fun, and having a conversation. We might not have to agree on things, but hey, don't take it too seriously.
Agreed.
Don't take this show seriously. It ain't gonna do nothing for us. Except for make us laugh.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not taking the show seriously, but it's a shame. It should have been so much better with the amount of money that they threw at this thing. It's the highest paid TV show ever. It just baffles me that we get this. So somebody's pocketing money. There's some money under the
liberties.
Table. What would you give episode 7 and 8 out of 10, and then we'll do the finale of the whole season?
It's like a 3 to 4 out of 10 for 7 and 8, man. They kind of like with what they did, and especially in 8, or you know what, I would say episode 7 is more like a 4 and episode 8 is more like a 3, because I didn't like what they did and what they were trying to apply in episode 8 for a lot of things. So interesting. 4 and 3. I've got it the opposite. Oh, okay.
I've got episode 7 as a 3 and episode 8 as a 4. And the only reason I have episode 8 as a 4 is because it's the end. It gets that extra point for just finishing this turd off. Right? So, and you get kudo marks for that.
Yeah.
If this show gets canceled by any miracle of a chance, I'm happy with it. I don't need a season 3. I don't care. I do not care for season 3. I'm there to laugh at it, and
canceled. It can't be considered canon because they didn't finish what they wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but whatever. Yeah. Just nuke this thing and get it be over with. But
yeah,
and if it comes on, great. I'll be there to bash it. Then but one thing we do is we actually go through the episode and pinpoint where we bash things.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just bash things out of hate. Right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, you just hate it anyway, so what does it matter? No, we actually go through the episode and tell you that there's trash here, there's trash there, there's bad writing there, bad writing there, bad acting there, bad acting there. Right? We
actually give reasons. Yeah. Yes. We actually give reasons.
And it might not line up with everybody else's reasons. And you know what? It's fine. But we also do another thing. We also say, you know what, we'll let that slide. We've said that so many times. We've said, you know what? Adar is not a real character, but we'll let him go. Let's see where we go with this. And it went horribly bad because he got destroyed in the most epic way. And
I was expecting him to die this second season when they said they were going to go to battle with the Region, but I was also hoping Arendir was going to go, and that didn't happen. So they're just going to.
Well, he did, and then they brought him back to life. This will last
till season 5.
Nobody of importance dies anymore.
No.
right?
No.
None of the good guys actually die.
Well, from this point on, I don't think we will see any more like major important characters die, which is going to be hard for Amazon because now they will literally have to make up characters that seem important to kill off.
They tried to make that Asian elf important to give it. She's a side background character nobody cared about.
Yeah.
You cannot expect me to sit there and go, "Oh my god."
Those
they
were her
killed
first real
off.
words in that episode
Oh my god.
when she got introduced. Her first real words. She didn't have lines before that.
Oh my god, really? I get to shoot the last arrow. Oh my god.
Yeah. Trying to make her Michelle Yeoh is what they were trying to do.
Oh man. No, but if the character was somewhat of importance, like you've already made Adar fake important, make a fake elf important.
Yeah.
And then give her that scene. Then you're
Wait,
like,
they are. That's what R&D is for. He's supposed to be important. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, R&D I don't care about.
And he's checked off all the diversity check boxes too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's good.
That fade is dope though. Give him that.
Chalk it up to his barber.
That's some sick barbershops in Middle Earth.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So you gave it a 4 and a 3. I've given it a 3 and a 4. What would you give the show overall?
Overall, like a 3.5.
Oh my hero. I like that. Yes. What would you give the show?
Yeah, about a 3.5.
Sorry?
3.5.
3.5. Wow, you're a hater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I gave it throughout the show episodes. I've given 3s, 4s, and I think I've given a 5 once. So I'm gonna have to give this show probably a 3.5 as well. It averages around 3.5 as well. It averages around 3.5. So I'm gonna give it 3.5. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't think Acolytes was that bad. I think Acolytes was 4. But anyways, I think average was 4 Acolytes, but it's still shitty. Pretty shitty.
Yep.
3.5 is not a good score. If you guys got a score, Joe and Bath Time, throw the score up. I would like to see what your guys' score are overall for the entire show. But this is the end of our review for this. We will come back with probably another popular show, maybe Dragon Ball or something.
Daima.
If you guys Daima, we could do maybe 1 or 2 to maybe stretch it out so people don't watch Dragon Ball. We could talk about something else as well.
Yep.
If you guys got an idea, out of 10, yes, out of 10, yeah.
For the season.
For the season. We don't have time for episodes. For the season, what would you give it out of 10? Let us know quickly here. But also, let us know what show that you want us to talk about on the weekend, and we'll do that as well. We're going to do Dragon Ball, most likely, but we'll probably stretch on something else as well. Yeah, damn.
Someone's excited.
He's just waiting for us to end so we could get into our meeting. That's what it is. Joe says 5 or 6, maybe. Okay, so we'll do 5.5 for Joe then, right down the middle there.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so you got it. We got to wrap it up here, but thanks everybody for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. It helps us out big time. If you're new here, welcome. We have a show on Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. It's more of a collector show. It's called A&R Geekly. And then on Thursday, we have a movie, TV show-esque type of news show where we talk about the latest things going on in Hollywood. That's at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday nights. And then we have this show, The Mighty Show, which revolves around 11 or 1 p.m. in the Pacific time range, 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. start time on Sundays. So, and we're going to talk about Dragon Ball, I'm assuming, and then maybe another show if we have time to insert it in there. Exactly. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us, especially Bath Time and Joe. Thank you for your insight. Appreciate that. And have a good day. And I'll see you guys later.